Take a deep breath. Do you smell anything? Can you imagine this soot entering your body?
Just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean you shouldn't pay attention to it.
All over Manila, people face this daily. It's time to change it. At first glance, they look like normal cyclists, but they call themselves the fireflies. They gather at night once a year. Where they go, the air seems to become cleaner, just for a brief moment in time. They ride for space, for breath, for the right to move.
Fireflies, in terms of the symbolism of people, there are a lot of fireflies, no? There are thousands. It's a very important symbol for us to work for our air to be cleaner.
That's Roselle Rivera, aka Dazzle. She started the whole thing 25 years ago. Biking got you weird looks back then. The fireflies sparked change and inspired people like Corinna Pettyjohn.
I want to show that people on bikes are parents and kids, and they're just people getting to work, getting to school.
Corinna's motivation? These two tiny humans.
Come on. Okay, you're awake.
In their house, mornings look like any other. Sleepy faces preparing cereal and tea. Reminders to pack lunch and get ready. But the ride to school? That's where it takes a turn.
We started biking because during the pandemic there wasn't public transport, and it was the best way to get around at the time. So when they got a little bigger, I thought maybe we could go to school that way. And so we got bikes that could carry kids, and that's what we did. We want to show that it does work, and it's a good way to go for a lot of people.
Cycling in Metro Manila with kids? Yeah, it's a wild ride. For years, the city had hardly any designated bike lanes. But when the pandemic hit, more than 500 kilometers of bike lanes were built. But there's a catch.
The problem is right now, we don't have bike lanes all the way. There's a small section you'll see that will be on a protected bike lane, but it's not even that protected because the buses can stop there. It would have to be protected bike lanes for all the main roads on the way to school. Because if they're biking to school, they're very small, and I don't think at the moment that is safe. But I'm hoping that one day we'll have the infrastructure so that more kids can bike to school.
Protected bike lanes might block cars, but not the fumes. And for the people who work, live, and hustle by the roadside, that's the real fight. Much of this dust goes straight into people's lungs. But this handful is headed for a canvas. Cycling cut JC's commute in half. And the air, it made him sick.
After several months, I noticed that I was coughing frequently. That's when I realized that the route I was taking was polluted. My face mask, which was white, after I think 3 to 2 days would turn grey. When I compared it to a new face mask, that's when I saw the big difference.
Now JC takes what made him cough and makes it visible, where no one can look away. He does it for the ones who can't escape it.
Malapit ako sa mga street children.
I'm close with street children because I once used to live on the streets with them.
I experienced
sleeping in the same places they did and playing with them.
Doon ko na-realize na yung mga
That's when I realized that the children on the streets are at risk when it comes to health issues. Because the air that they breathe is not healthy for them to live with.
The average PM 2.5 concentration, the one that causes stroke and heart disease, got better in recent years, but it's still 3 times higher than the WHO's recommended limit. After 20 kilometres, riding through heat, fumes and risk, the fireflies reached the finish line. Dazzle is proof that showing up makes a difference.
I've been an advocate of active transport for more than 2 decades. And most of my friends, we are a tight group of women in the 1980s, and where we were pushing, we knew that something was wrong, and in our own little way, this is our way how we could help change the situation. The bicycle is a symbol of transformation.
As a professor, she researched gender, inclusive transport, and how cities need to change to work better for everyone. As Dazzle, she took that knowledge to the streets. And she's nowhere near done.
We need more trees because going out and cycling is also going out and breathing. What kind of air are we breathing?
Over the years, she's managed something few would have thought possible. She got local governments to listen. The cycling community now has a seat at the table.
I think with more push, with more will, and with more courage from especially a lot of young people these days to get involved with the decision-making process, not only on the streets, that would be one, but also to work with technical people and popularize the evidence which shows, from the health point of view, from the economic point of view, from the social point of view, and the mental and emotional point of view, how this could be worked out.
The thing is, Manila once got a lot of things right. These coloured lines, they were the city's old tram system. And it actually worked.
Before 1945, the Philippines, specifically here in Manila, had a very interconnected public transportation like Tranvia Railway, and together with the Philippine National Railway as well.
Beatrice Dolores is an urban planner. She studies Manila's past to fix its future.
Behind me is the Tutuban Center. It's not a mall, but it was formerly the train station that connected the entire Luzon island. And so we were able to have a very intensive intercity and multi-city network of the Tranvia public transportation here in the metro, but also connecting us to the different provinces as well, right at this very area.
The old train station, now a mall. The tram tracks, buried under concrete. But the Pasig River, the reason Manila became a metropolis in the first place, is still there. The river could take pressure off the roads and pollution out of the sky.
The traffic in Metro Manila would greatly improve if we have utilized the waterways of the Pasig River, and even its connecting estuaries as well. If we can accommodate about hundreds of people here in the Pasig River per hour, then of course we can have around thousands of people maximizing the waterways.
The current ferry is free, but it's slow and tiny and runs on diesel, adding its share to the city's air problem. But for those who ride it, it's a glimpse of what could be.
If I don't take the ferry from this Pasig River station, My trip from home to university takes 1 hour and 30 minutes. But using it is much more convenient. It only takes 30 to 45 minutes.
30 minutes lang po to 45 minutes po yung inaabot niya.
Manila is poised to expand its ferry system like Bangkok, where waterways carry millions of passengers every year. The plan? Zero-emission ferries across the rivers targeting 30,000 daily riders by 2035, smashing road gridlock. This could be the payoff. No street noise, no choking air. More space for kids like Corinna's to play safely. And yeah, that's kind of the whole point.
The thing I discovered in cycling, and I really didn't expect, was that you get a sense of accomplishment from something that you do on your own. When you're cycling and you're doing something like my own legs are doing this, I get this feeling of accomplishment and even a little bit of freedom because I can just jump on a bike and go somewhere. So it lets me get around easier, and I think that's really important.
Do you know the legend of the fireflies? In Tagalog myth, they were the first to borrow fire, not to burn, but to light the way. These cyclists are lighting the path to cleaner air and real change.